Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the lobby and welcome to the live stream. We are here. It is my honor to have this send out. Yesterday, it was done yesterday, and it was a pretty cool event. I wanted to go ahead and get it done once more here. For those who missed it. And it could only be 5 people. It could only be maybe 10. It could be maybe 30 people. I don't know. What I do know is that today is a day to basically show respect, to Akira Toriyama, and pretty much, talk Dragon Ball for a little while. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing this, and I truly appreciate you guys just spending this time with me here, if at that. So here we go. Let's cut over to the camera. And of course my green screen is acting stupid, so I'll leave my green screen alone anyway. And let's make sure everything is checked in. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the lobby and to the live stream. I know this is my usual thing is always saying what's up and how's everybody doing. As you may know, today is well, not today, but overall, this week has been weird. Very weird. I've never never really thought that the day would actually like come so soon, in that sense of like, oh wow, like, like did this just happen? Um, in retrospect, I always say that um it's because that's how life works. Like in that sense, like I'm I'm from a generation that formed a lot of what we know today, trend settings and cultural settings and things like that. So that's where I want to start off. Like my generation has a lot of folks that have done like a lot of things. There's a lot of people who are fucking evil, and there's a lot of people who are really good out there. We have some amazing artists in the rap, hip hop industry, DJs, etc. So trend setting has always been a thing, but uh when we talk about this gentleman, it wasn't a trendsetter. That's the thing. The thing is not a trend setting that he did. It was a generational movement. It's if you talk about it in NBA terms, we're talking about it as and fuck them videos out there with the TikToks and shit talking about like we getting past the 90s kind of shit. We're talking about an immaculate run or some shit like that, like in an NBA term. But ultimately, it's it goes to show that this person had an effect from had an effect on you, whether you thought it didn't. He did. It's so crazy. If you are from the 80s and 90s, Akira Toriyama somehow, some way made it into your media. His art, his stuff made it into your media somehow, some way. Listen, you may not know what Dragon Ball Z is, but you definitely know who Goku is. You may not know who Goku is, but you definitely have heard Kamehameha. No matter how old you are, from the 80s till now, in fact, I'll go as back as parents from the 60s to 70s that know and understand where I'm coming from when I say this. Dragon Ball was not just a simple, it's a trend set. It was a trend setting. No, it was a generational thing. You will never, ever, ever, ever get another. And I'm telling you that right now. There will never be another Akira Toriyama in that sense. There not in the near future. When you talk about someone who will give that impact, there's just it's almost impossible in this day and age. It's almost impossible. I'm trying to explain it because you would have to not miss in a lot of things that you do. And look at it what I mean. Akira Toriyama has in his back pocket, when we talk about anything that he's made, he has in his back pocket.
Have you ever considered joining Time Patrol? As a time...
I'm telling you right now. Listen to this. Yeah. They're still downloading. I get it. You have what everyone knows him for, which is Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, right? Then you have Dr. Slump, which is what put him on, right? Then you have The Lady in the Red, which a lot of people fucking talk about. I don't give a fuck about that shit. but at the same time, it's dated to its era, right? Then the things that people barely talk about, like if you know, you know, Chrono Trigger, all the Dragon Quest designs. There's just the list goes on. The influence that he's touched upon, Digimon. If you see, I don't know, Gumball. That's cartoon. That's a cartoon. I'm talking about cartoon. Gumball. If you see Gumball, there's episodes of Gumball where dude goes Super Saiyan. I can continue going up and down the list in regards to the things that I'm mentioning. It's that simple. From that you have it's made it to national television. That his passing actually made it to national television, which was outstandingly crazy, considering that when, for example, and we're gonna compare that. It is not a comparison, but we're gonna say it like that because Kentaro Miura and Kentaro Miura is like what it is one of the gods in manga, and when he passed away, it was just as big of a deal, but the media didn't really speak on it. Besides the Japanese media and stuff like that, like we have ABC7 talk about it. We had the Chinese foreign minister, which, you know, if you know, you know, China and fucking Japan don't get along. So there's China and Japan don't get along. In a lot of reasons, in a lot of ways. You understand what I'm saying? So, Cross versus interesting. All of this is this is how long it's been since I haven't touched the Xenoverse thing, the difficult adjustment. Then they released Ultra Instinct, but I never was a call. I never came back around for it, and that's the thing. That's not me. Like, it's just I just haven't played in a while. And that's totally fine. We're here for it. We're here for different reasons. Okay. And they're really they put a lot of emphasis on the things that you're looking at. You know, the things that you're doing here. New random feature. Aha. Look at that. And the creation of auras. Now you can walk around with auras. I get it. The whole level cap is up too. That's for the Ultra Instinct shit. A new versus mode where two teams compete against one another. The first team to reach the requisite number of mission points or defeat the boss is crowned a winner. All players start the match at level 1, and there are a variety of ways to earn points for your team, not just by battling. Make this a fun mode for newbies and veterans alike. You start from your team's mission area. There, there you can perform actions to earn mission points, such as defeating enemy NPCs, completing missions, obtaining items, earn the required number before the other team to win. Once you've reached the half the required points, the gate to your team's boss area will open. Defeat the boss, and you can win the match without reaching the required number of mission points. The enemy team also has their own mission area and boss area. You can enter the enemy team mission area. You can't enter the enemy's team mission area, but one member of your team can enter their boss area. This applies to the enemy team and your boss area too. Defeating an opposing player, defeat an opposing player to steal some of their mission points. Oh, okay, shit. Got it. Obtaining mission points will increase your player's level. Everyone starts the match at level 1, but the level can be increased to level 7. Your stats will be boosted with each level increase, and if you're taken up by an enemy fighter and lose mission points, your player level will not decrease. Cross versus, you won't have access to your ultimate attacks, but will instead be able to acquire ultimate attacks that appear in your mission area. Note that the acquired attack will not earn you mission points. The following attack. Fine players are not applied with cross versus player level, ultimate attacks, attribute boosts, etc., etc. With enemy NPCs, missions, items, etc., we make sure your counters are good. So this is basically like a super scavenger hunt. Yeah, this is like a super scavenger hunt, basically. Okay. So we are here. We are 15 minutes in. Hope everybody's coming through. We are going over to the Dragon Pedestal. If you want to join me in paying this homage and sharing your energy with me, let me know. I will send you a team invite, and then that will get you in, basically in the same lobby as me, as you see, public lobby or whatever. If you go here, open that up, and you can definitely look for a team members and things like that of the sort. So I could also look for you guys here and send you an invite and so on and so forth. I haven't met any players in a while, obviously. And then, yeah, I already know. So let me know if you guys want to join in. I'm going to be here. Again, I'm going to be here till 6 o'clock. We're going to talk Dragon Ball. A lot of Dragon Ball. I am retired on my YouTube channel as well. So I am on YouTube right now. And we're here. Oh, God, there's a lot of people, a lot of folks. Hey, guys, how you doing? So, yes, there's a lot of people still raising their hands and coming through, showing the love and support. See, I knew my voice would be heard. We are here once more, and I definitely I gather energy too. Let's see. Raise your hands and share your energy with me, guys. We are here. As you guys can see, let's move the camera forth. Everybody's coming through little by little. But let's talk some Xenoverse, man. Yeah, we'll take a photo. We'll definitely take a photo, guys. I want to go ahead and show appreciation. First and foremost, we'll be talking a lot in regards to Xenoverse, of course, and showing of course, kind of, in general, also be doing much more, of course. And as people come in, if you guys again want to join the lobby, you're more than welcome to let me know. I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and send you an invite, a team invite, and get you in the lobby. If not, if you find the lobby, you guys can come in. But let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about a little bit of everything. Particularly, let's start off with let's start off with my roots. Let's go there. My roots, my Dragon Ball roots, and where I come from, and how Dragon Ball basically came into my life. I shared this recently already in my stream, the last stream that I had, but I definitely would love to share it again here on the channel, both YouTube and Twitch, because there are people on both sides here now coming in, and I'm seeing you guys, you know, marching in, coming in. So how everything started for me, and I explained this, was my very first introduction to Dragon Ball was the finale of the fight between Tien and Goku. Yeah, Tien and Goku was where my introduction to Dragon Ball was, at least where my cognitive memory kicks in. I can tell you it was in Spanish. I was in my grandmother's house. My grandmother had a small little 11-inch tube TV. You know, everybody used to gather there every day at lunch. Dominican household, old school household, you know, made out of wood and, you know, sink ceiling, etc. It's humble beginnings, okay? I don't have much recollection in that regards I don't have much recollection in regards to how things are, because as a kid, you know, you don't have time. You have time lapses and shit. You see what I'm saying? So what ends up happening is I saw that fight and I was like, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen. Like the ending of that fight, I was like, that was cool. But then after that, I never caught Dragon Ball for a while, almost like 6 months or something like that. And when I came back at that point, it was the fight between Goku and Tao, Pai, General Tao. As we see more people gathering in here, which is really fucking cool. Again, everyone coming in, showing the love and support. Appreciate the love. My boy Jedi Mind Trick, I see him there. And when I came back, it was the fight between General Tao and Goku. I remember that. And Goku whipped his ass, and I was just like, "Oh my god, can kids really do this?" That was obviously my kid ass mentality. Can kids really do this? Of course, kids can't really beat up adults like that, you know. Maybe punch them in the nuts or something, but catch somebody by surprise. But you know, we're talking about like, I was like, no, as a kid, you know, I was amazed by that shit, and I was like, holy shit. And every time, so from that point forward, I figured it out. Like, something clicked to me, and I figured out exactly what it was. It was, I said, now I know when to catch it. It's around lunchtime. 1 second, hold on. Hi. Sorry about that. So, where was I? All right. So, I was at my grandmother's house, and then I figured out that around lunchtime is when the show came on. Now, in that sense, lunchtime was weird because lunchtime, generally, the adults were also there. So they always wanted to watch some shit like, they always wanted to watch, the adult shows and things like that. So it was a fight. I used to cry a little, or whatever. We cry a little, and the adults will give up, whatever. Be like, fuck it. Just take the TV, right? So generally, I was always able to, get my way in that regards. I come home, watch my Dragon Ball, whatever. And that's how I catch everything from Tao Pai Pai all the way back to where I was with Tien and Goku. Now, was I prepared for what was going to happen next? Not at all, my friends. Not at all. Because obviously, me being, that was what, 5.5, give and take? It was, 5.5. I was not prepared. I could tell you guys that what happened next, that's what altered my, when people been saying like, yo, this altered my brain chemistry? No, this is what altered my brain chemistry. Yo, what altered my brain chemistry was watching Krillin die. Bro, I was not ready. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Krillin's death blew my mind. And when I tell you it blew my mind, I was shook. I was like, whoa. I thought this was a kid's show. Right? We all thought this was a kid's show until that happens. If you watch Dragon Ball chronologically, up to that point, it's shits and giggles. What's shits and giggles, generally, like, it will always end with, like, an explosion or something, or the guy, the guy super hurt but not dead or something like that, to make an appearance later on down the road somehow, some way, right? But when it got to General Tao, when Dragon Ball gets to the point of Korin's Tower in the Red Ribbon Army base, the whole Red Ribbon Army arc, that is the first time we get a hint of, oh shit. Yeah, no, because we see Tao Pai Pai kill General Blue with his fucking tongue. If you're reading it, nah, he died after. That was after. Yeah, you're talking about Upa's dad. Now I'm talking about, this is the whole top in Tao Pai Pai's arc. This is what I'm talking about. In Tao Pai Pai's arc, in that same arc, before that, when they introduced Tao, right? Yeah. When they introduced Tao, General Red introduces Tao Pai Pai, right? And he's like, this is Mercenary Tao. This guy will go ahead, blah, 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 blah. And then General Blue shows up with the information in regards to the Dragon Balls or whatever. So General Red tells him, like, but you showed up empty-handed and you lost. And they were like, but nothing. So he's like, you know what? He's like, if you can beat General Tao, so dude said, if you can beat General Tao, I'll let you live. And General Tao was like, yeah, I don't fight for free or some shit like that. He's like, I don't fight for free. So you're going to have to pay me for this. And also, by the way, if I do fight, he's dead. Like, that, it was just a simple thing. He was like, he's dead. And dude was like, whatever, sure. So he's like, okay, well, if that's the case, I'll just use my tongue. That is one of the coldest niggas I've ever known. In Dragon Ball lore, that is one of the coldest shit you could say. You know what? Okay, fine. You gonna pay me? Cool. I don't even have to use, I'm gonna use my tongue. I said, wait, what? Bro, this dude hit him aside the temple with his tongue and killed him. Cracked his whole skull. He said, bow. I was like, yo. That was, around that point was when we knew that Dragon Ball wasn't for kids. There was, shit, right? Thing is, let me explain this to you. In Latin dub, there's no censorship. In Latin dub, it's, you got it raw. You got it raw. No protection, no condoms, no, you got it raw. Literally raw right there in front of you. There was no censorship. So when that happened, ain't cut to like a black screen and then you saw a dude on the floor laid out like they did in Toonami or some shit like that. No. When that happened, you saw dude hit him on the side of his temple with his tongue. And you saw dude's head go and dude go limp and shake on the floor for a split second. And see the blue bruising on the side in the dent on the side of the dude's head. It literally just, it pans into the dent and everything. You're like, what? Oh, when he killed Appa's dad the same way. This man grabbed the fucking spear, said, Chuck. In English, all you see dude is go, oh, Papa. And then you see dude on the floor, right? In Spanish, oh, you saw it raw, completely, where you spear go right through him. Dude, flying through the air and there. I was like, yo, what the fuck? But the thing was, here's the catch. The catch is, I didn't get to see those moments. Yo, I'm telling you, I didn't get to see those moments till when it rewound back and started all over. After the Piccolo fight. After the King Piccolo fight, it started all over. And then I caught Dragon Ball completely through and through. In regards to everything. Like completely through and through. Like every day I was there. Every day. In my grandmother's house watching that shit. Yeah, I wasn't missing that bitch. Because that, like I said, that next episode when look, when everybody's eating and Goku's like, I don't have my power pole. And dude's like, don't worry, I'll go get it. I'm like, oh, cool. Well, like, nice of you, Krillin. You useless. Nah, let me stop. I ain't gonna talk shit about Krillin. I'm like, go ahead, Krillin, do your thing, right? Go get it. I'm like, go get it, whatever. And then it just fades, and then they're like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. They're like, yo, where's Krillin? I'm like, they're still waiting? What the hell? Like, as a kid, even as a kid, I was just like, they're still waiting for Krillin. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that thing where Goku just stops and hears Krillin's voice, Goku, Goku, and then you hear the whole thing just shatter. Just, I was just like, oh, what happened? Oh, as a kid, I was like, what just happened? What just happened? And you see this dude just dash off. He's like, Krillin! I was like, oh no. I was like, no. That was the first time I learned that the heroes also lose. On some real shit. That was the first time it hit me. Yeah, yo, you can watch as many cartoons as you want and you see the coyote always losing to the Roadrunner, or Bugs Bunny always beating up on Daffy Duck, and you know, and all the motherfuckers, you know, like fucking Yosemite Sam and shit. But watching that in real time as a little kid, I experienced death as a little kid, and I know that's traumatizing for any little kid. That would be traumatizing. But to me, it just opened the door. Like, it opened the door to the point where I was invested in watching the show because I wanted revenge just as badly as Goku wanted it. Because when I tell you I was scared of Demon King Piccolo, I was scared of Demon King Piccolo. Like, when I saw that, I had nightmares for a few days. I was like, yo, dude, I don't want to go to sleep. The demons are going to get me. Right? And my cousin, older brother, he's more like an older brother because we was raised together, whatever. He used to always have to always convince me and reassure me, like, dude, it's just a cartoon. It's just a cartoon. And then eventually, you know, I let it go, you know, and I was watching. But Tamburine's design completely shook me as a kid. Seeing Tamburine's design, oh, that shit scared me. Scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my God, he is ugly as fuck. He is creepy as fuck. He is scaly as fuck. They did like everything. Everything that you would hate in a creature. That's what Tambourine to me was. I was like, oh my God, it's just, he's ugly, he's creepy, he's scary. And I was scared. I was genuinely scared as a kid. But I wanted revenge. And then I don't know how as a kid I understood the meaning of revenge, but just seeing him, I was scared, but I was angry because he killed Krillin. That was it. Like, he killed fucking Krillin. And nothing outside of that mattered to me. As a kid, I'm like, Goku, you have to make him pay. And when he blew up the Nimbus Cloud and beat Goku, I was like, oh, nobody can stop this guy. No one can stop him. No one can stop him. It's all ogre. It's all ogre. No one can stop this guy. I was really invested in it. Really invested in it. Then we got Jajirobe. Jajirobe comes in, and Jajirobe completely dismantles Drum. That was crazy. This man chopped Drum in half and ate him. Barbecued him. That was the craziest shit ever, bro. When Jajirobe appeared, and then they said, and King Piccolo sent out the big demon, big heavy set demon. I was like, all right, the demon's name is Drum because they're all named after musical instrument, bro. The demons, Let me be correct. The demons. Who, Yajirobe? Oh, hell yeah. Yajirobe had feats all the way into Dragon Ball Z. All the way into the Android arc. He also has feats in Super. He's the one who saved Trunks. Exactly. Nah. Yajirobe killed, Yajirobe killed Drum. Which, first of all, Yajirobe fought Goku. So Goku wakes up, eats his food, because the way if you realize how Luffy works, there's a cool comparison of Luffy and Goku. And we're talking about Kid Goku and not Adult Goku. Adult Goku has the sensu beans. Kid Goku didn't have the sensu beans until later on. The idea of the sensu beans being introduced was just to go ahead and just say at the end of a match, like, I don't want to kill this guy off, so here's a sensu bean. Because that's how I got introduced. Basically, oh, this guy's about to die. Here it is. It's a preventive from somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So, here's it. The audacious thing is, the crazy thing is, believe it or not, you want to hear a true fact? A true fact in Dragon Ball is Yajirobe has more feats than Yamcha. If you don't count Super, if you don't count Super's manga, Yajirobe has more feats than Yamcha. Believe it or not. The only feat that Yamcha has in all of Dragon Ball, the only feats that he has is beating Goku the first time, then beating up the dudes from Baba's place, and that's it. It ends there. Every other fight that he's had, he's taken an L. Yeah. He beat Goku when they first fought, and Goku was on a handicap because Goku was hungry, which goes back to my point what I was saying, the comparisons of Luffy and Kid Goku. The way Kid Goku used to heal is the way Luffy heals now. If you realize, if you watch One Piece, when Luffy gets hurt and he's like on the brink of death, or he gets really hurt, or he's depleted of energy, he asks for food. You know what I'm saying? He asks for food, and Luffy will hog down an entirety of a mass amount of food, just like Goku. And then within doing that, he recovers all his energy. That is the exact same thing that Kid Goku does. Oda respects and honors Akira Toriyama and made Luffy that way because of that. He said that was one of the reasons why Luffy is like that. What do you? He said, "What if you smack a Dragon Ball character to run off at full speed?" Well, for one, you can smack a Dragon Ball character and your hand will probably get broken, just like Malik said. Yeah. Two, you're not fast. You're not faster than the speed of sound, and the majority of them move at the speed of sound, not the speed of light, the speed of sound. Now Goku, well, actually, they do move at the speed of light. Let me correct that. Yeah, they do move. I was like, wait, they do move at the speed of light. Yeah. by yeah. So essentially the feet, those are Yamcha's feats. Tien has more feats than Yamcha. Tien has more feats than Yamcha. Krillin has way more feats than Yamcha, definitely. Yeah, even Trunks has more feats than Yamcha. Like, the thing is, you would have to take the movies into account in order. Yeah, you would have to in order for thing, you would have to take into account the original Dragon Ball movies and what he did there. But not Dragon Ball Z movies, because in every Dragon Ball Z movie that he was in, he also got stomped out. So Tree of Might, he got stomped out. And the World's Strongest, he was not in the World's Strongest, nor was he in the Dead Zone. So the only movie that Yamcha does make an introduction in is the Tree of Might. Yeah, the Tree of Might. Honestly, if we're talking about the old movies, old school movies, nah. Then we're talking about the old school Dragon Ball movies, like Dragon Ball Z movies. I personally think that the Tree of Might is my favorite movie. Although I still sit on the Tree of Might being my favorite old school movie. There's like a lot of fucking folks talk about Broly and shit, and I'm like, dog, the Tree of Might had it all. Like, the Tree of Might had it all, and it like, from the evil Goku to the Great Ape transformation to like the Spirit Bomb, the showcase of the showcase of the Kaioken, like a real showcasing of Kaioken. Not the shit that we saw like against Nappa, where he like Kaioken, and they just hit him once, hit him again, and they caught his ass and shit, right? Like, the first time you actually saw Kaioken times 2, like, in some real heat, you saw it in the World's Strongest as well, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think in the World's Strongest he uses Kaioken, right? Because he gets frozen. He's like, yeah, he gets frozen. I remember that shit. Because the dude, Dr. Wheelo's goons freeze him, and he's like, Kaioken! Ah! And he blows out the fucking ice and shit. Then he goes up to the dude. He like, beats the fuck out of him. That shit was hype, dog. That shit used to have me fucking hype. Every time Goku busted out the Kaioken, he used to fuck shit up. Fuck shit up, dude. Fuck shit up on some real shit. Like, but the thing was, in the anime series, they saved it to like the last moment where he used it against Nappa. And then, obviously, when we see his Kaioken times 3 in action, he was whipping Vegeta's ass. Oh my God. Yo. When Goku went Kaioken times 3 for the first time, listen, there are things that alter your brain chemistry. Yes, everybody has already mentioned this shit. We have all talked about it. We all have talked about it. We all know we all know, we know that Kaioken times 3 is like one of the pinnacle of Dragon Ball Z. When Goku was on that ledge, on that cliffside, and he's like, fuck it. Tore off his shirt, and you're like, okay, Goku, what you got? Times 2 ain't work. You gon' and he's like, fuck my body. Here we go. You start seeing that fucking steam coming out of him, and Vegeta's just standing there like, what? I'm like, yeah. This man said, Kaioken times 3. That shit started, dude. When his muscles popped up, and he dude was just humongous, just bodybuilder Goku. When I say bodybuilder, my boy was just inflated, dog. He jumped off that ledge and cracked Vegeta one. Vegeta was like, what, dude? When I tell you that he literally was imposed for at least 5 seconds, because Vegeta could not understand Vegeta could not process what the fuck was happening. Boom! I was like, damn! Yo, that punch, that first hit, I don't care who you are, that first hit is going to shock you. It's like that first hit will shock you. Even in a real fight, dog. In a real fight, when you in a fight, right? In a street fight, and someone turn around, even in a real fight, you know, like even if you're winning the match, sometimes the other opponent will rock you with one, like will hit you once, like a good one hit, and that one hit makes you like shit, but you don't want to show it in real time, so you try to like shake it off fast, you right, but later on you start thinking about that. That's the one hit that you start thinking about. That one hit that you start thinking about, like you're like, damn, dude really caught me. Like if I had to like not grit it or do would have followed up with 1-2 more hits, I would have been done for. You see what I'm saying? Like, wait, hold up. What are you talking about, Nesco? I'm telling you, that shit would have been crazy. Super crazy. Super crazy. But yeah, no, Goku pieced him up. Goku pieced up Vegeta pretty badly there. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Facts. Fucking facts. You're like, even if you win in the match, dog, you like, yeah. Even if you could, you be mollywopping dude or whatever, and they, boom, that one little hit, that one little snuff, oh shit. That one little snuff could turn around and make you think twice, like, yeah, should I continue hitting him or take a step back, because he might just hit me again this hard. Like, and you have to literally like shake it off in real time, or else you show a sign of weakness. If you don't shake it off, you done for. How do you think boxing matches go? When you get rocked in a boxing match, the boxer smells the blood in the water and sees the flinch. The flinch to us, it on camera looks like the flinch to us on camera, you see it on camera, you're like, boom, he got it, damn, that shit, you see dude go, right? In real time, you being that person who just got hit, you think you recover super fast. No, you got rocked. You, let me get back in. But the boxer from across you sees it in your eyes, sees that you like, in professional professional athletes, that's the body language and the things that they see. They look at your eyes to see your body, to see how you move after that one little nick, that one little hit. And yeah, that was Vegeta. Pretty much. That was Vegeta when he got hit with that first hit. He was oh. And he didn't know what to do. Because he tried. You see him trying to do something else. It ain't your turn, like they say in Tekken. Goku literally Tekken his ass. Like, it ain't your turn. Wall bounce, mountainside kick throughs, kneecap to the back, power slammed him. Damn. Hold on. I'm just saying. Insanity. Who, mine? You'd be dead. But, yeah, no, I mean, what I'm saying is, when we talk about feats and we talk about things, you have to, the one who has the most feats out of everybody, obviously, is the main character. But if we talk about things that have been done, Krillin particularly has a lot of feats. Like, Krillin has done a lot of shit. Like, even as an assist character, he's done quite the few things that otherwise Bulma. Bulma's a thing. Bulma's a cog in the story. Yeah, Bulma's an important cog in the story because Bulma's going to go ahead and figure out the technology in order to push the story along. But Bulma doesn't have. We're talking about feats that's in like defeating opponents, like taking advantage of an opponent, doing things like that of the sort, like getting out of a certain thing. Like we have Krillin in the underwater. Yeah, but again, these are assist things. Oh shit, more folks is coming through, showing the love. Yeah, these are more pivotal assist more pivotal assist things. Again, she's an important cog, but she's like, we're talking about like feats like against enemies and things like that. Krillin managed to hold off second form Frieza, for example. Yo, Shinjay, what up, baby? Fighting an opponent feats. Krillin managed to hold second form Frieza, chopped off his tail, for example, right? That's a feat. That's a feat. He didn't die against Frieza. He managed to get away and all that. That's a feat. Being able to chop off Frieza's tail, that's a feat in itself, especially for an Earthling. Right? Krillin killing all of the Cybermen at one time with one fucking move, that's a feat. That's a feat. Tien holding off Cell, that's a feat. That's a feat. That's what you call a feat. Tien holding off Cell for that, that's a feat. Yeah, hell yeah. Because you would never, you don't expect that character to be able to do that. Man, if you don't get your flying Nimbus ass out my motherfucking face, bro. Seriously, I don't want your ass in my face. Move. Thank you. Yeah, that's a feat. Those are feats. Those are feats. Vegeta holding off Majin Buu. Yeah, Vegeta holding off Majin Buu in order to in order for Goku to heal and gather his energy, that's a feat as well. Because Vegeta had no business. Vegeta had no business in being able to do that. Now, of course, everybody said, "Oh, you know, you have a more durable body because you're dead. You have a more durable body because obviously there's nothing else after that." And I just sit here. There's no real thing that says that just because you're dead, you have a more durable body. There's never been an actual thing that points that out. Yes, in spirit world, correct. In spirit world, it's like that because of the simple fact that, like, nobody should be more powerful than you, quote unquote, or you shouldn't experience death per se. But if someone is that much more powerful than you and kills and destroys your spirit, then you're gone. I get that. If they're that much more powerful than you, right? But then that's just based off how even fight will go. If you have two people that are dead and they have the same power level, right? Like, you mean to tell me so like so like you're gonna tell me that if two dead motherfuckers fight, right, in Dragon Ball, Pikkon and Goku, for example, the Pikkon and Goku fight, right? The Pikkon and Goku fight, right? Here's an example, the Pikkon and Goku fight. You mean to tell me that they were gonna go endlessly? They were just gonna fight endlessly until somebody was knocked out? Until somebody was knocked out of the fucking ring? No. You could literally see Goku getting his shit tore up by dude's hurricane every time he did a hurricane. You see Goku getting chopped up. Eventually, he was gonna need some milk because both of them being at the same power level or close to the same power level, they were both taking damage. You see what I'm saying? In their spirit form, they were going after each other. It wasn't for the kill, but they were definitely taking damage. His body wasn't stronger or more durable because of that. If Pikkon was stronger than Goku, quote unquote, that much way more stronger than Goku, it hit him with the Hyper Tornado or the Inferno, Goku's spirit would have burned to a crisp, dog. Completely just burned and died. Goku would have just faded, died right there on the spot. Nowhere in the Daizenshu, or anywhere does it say, oh, just because you're in spirit form, you have a more durable body. It's never been clearly stated there, and a lot of people really have that belief and point that out, say that that's the truth. It's not the truth. The truth of the matter is that you have to show Vegeta the respect for what Vegeta did. There's a tweet out there that said it the best. Frieza broke Vegeta. Broke Vegeta's spirit. Cell humiliated him by literally not even using his full strength. When I say not even using his full strength, when I try to tell you that, look, when Super Vegeta lost to Cell, everybody was like, damn, how much did Cell hold back? Like, right? 20, 30%, some shit like that. The only person that kind of like made him give and go was Trunks after that, but then Trunks couldn't hit him after that, right? Now, here's the eye catcher. Vegeta went back into the hyperbolic time chamber, right? And again, the mistake that Vegeta made was not really looking at. Vegeta had the right idea. right? The right idea is there is a wall to overcome. No. Vegeta won't use Goku's methods. That's the thing. That's the difference. The difference is Vegeta wouldn't use Goku's methods. Vegeta seeing Goku come out of the hyperbolic time chamber with Gohan in Super Saiyan mode, and it was quote unquote their natural state, and then he saw that their power level was literally at the lowest that it could be, right? It basically like low, like if you're a normal human or whatever. He was like, why the fuck would you do that? What's the point of that? So you could just be in Super Saiyan? He understood. He understood that, oh, it's a stamina draining thing. They can now hold Super Saiyan for a long period of time and not have to worry about like using it in a burst kind of thing, right? He understood that. But Vegeta also understood what I'm saying is the night and difference between Cell and Perfect Cell 2 and Perfect Cell is like outstanding. There was, when I say, okay, here's a better explanation. Super Vegeta, right? Super Vegeta could beat Android 16, 17, 18, and Cell in his second form. They could have jumped him, and Vegeta would have been able to kill all of them together. That's how much more powerful Vegeta was than Cell. You got to understand that what Vegeta was doing, Vegeta was like, I'm maybe using about 50% of my power, max. Right? In Super Vegeta mode, I'm using maybe 50% of my power, max 50% of my power. And you can't touch me. And you're in your second form. Okay? You don't have two more forms like Frieza. He literally put the mentality of Frieza. He's like, Frieza had two more forms. Calculations go, this is how much more powerful he can be. If there's only one more form left, that last form can't possibly be that much stronger than me at my 100%. That's how Vegeta thought about it. Because he already ran into somebody who had 4 different forms. Oh, you really want to think that you really want to bet everything on you? I'm not even using 50% of my power and I'm still whipping your ass. So if you really want to say that final form is going to do it for you and you think you have a chance to beat me, his confidence level was through the roof. I'd be too. But the thing is, a Saiyan always seeks a fight. That is a poison. That's not a good thing. That's a poison that the Saiyans have. As a pure-blooded Saiyan, you want your opponent at his best. If your opponent turns around and says to you, I wasn't at my best. I couldn't beat you because you didn't let me go into my final form, right? It is a pride thing, but at the same time, it's an honor. It's an honorable thing. As a warrior, you have to understand, as an athlete, as a warrior, as anything in this life, that you have to have some fucking honor and pride in what you do. Okay? You just can't be part of the rest of the fucking pack. That's something that I can't stand being. If I am going to play a video game, right, and dedicate my time to this video game, and it's a multiplayer video game, Lord knows I'm going to put my fucking foot down and try to practice as best as possible to get a high ranking. Right? Why the fuck do you think I'm gonna go ahead and learn all these combos and do all this extra shit and just be like, oh, I just want to go ahead and play casual with my friends? When you have to want the best, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking to be the best, you want to go after the best. And if you're Vegeta, you feel like you're the best. No one is stronger than me. And it's the truth. Not a single person on that earth up to that point was stronger than him. So you have the confidence to say, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I want it. I'd rather, like Vegeta said, I'd rather know that the person I fought, right? The person I'm fighting is at their 100%. So there's no excuses. There's no excuses. Period. Like, here's a perspective, right? Because we met in Tekken, Malik, right? We met in Tekken. So, it's a perspective. If in Tekken, I'm always blowing you out fight-wise, right? I gotta say it like that before somebody says, say pause, bro. If I'm blowing you out fight-wise, it was DBZ talk shit. But yeah. But remember, yeah, I was saying when we playing, that's how when we was playing in Tekken, right? Let's say every time from that point forward, every time you played me, I'm always whipping you 3-0 or some shit, right? Don't you think? Don't you think that like what you're gonna do is gonna be like, man, fuck this dude. I ain't gonna let that shit slide, right? You're gonna want to get better. Just the same way, vice versa. Like, I lost to your king. I said, fuck it, run it back. We run it back or whatever. You know, anytime. I'm gonna get better, we can run it back. I would never feel satisfied until I can consistently give you some go. Right? Nesco's my training partner for Street Fighter. And how often is Nesco clearing me right now? Like 5-0s, 1-4, 1-5. 97% of the times. I'm not winning a single match, right? The other day, he was up 3-1, 3-0, right? All of a sudden, I'm 3-2. Then he goes up 4-2. Then all of a sudden, I win another match. He's like, oh shit, right? Ultimately, I got close, right? I got close. And that, to me, is the progress that I want to see. I got close, right? I continue doing my thing. The next time, I'm like, you know what? What happens next time? The next time I take a set, right? The next time, maybe I take 2 sets. The next time, we're going back and forth. Now we don't want to get off the sticks. You know what I'm saying? At this point, my training partner is like, I'm training you up. You're not helping me get to another level. I'm training you up. But I want to get to a point where I make him feel like, nah, I have to stay on my fucking toes. Because there are days that I come in and he's like, damn, I got to be on my toes. But if I could be consistent on that, that only helps my training partner and helps me grow. But I definitely don't want to continue playing Street Fighter and be in master rank. And I don't give a fuck if I'm 1500 MR, 1700. Like, if I can't beat Nesco on a consistent basis, and I don't even pay attention to that and be like, nah, whatever the case might be, then I'm not being fucking honorable with myself. I have no pride. Okay? If you letting somebody walk around there like that, saying that they at any point in time they could boot up the system and whip your ass. At any point in time you could run the fade and they're going to 10-0 you. Dog. And you okay with that? No. Don't be okay with that. Don't settle for being second. Don't settle for a motherfucker talking shit. Hey, if I had my final form, if you had your final form, what? What, nigga? What you gonna do in your final form? That's Vegeta. That's a real nigga talking to you. What you gonna do in your final form, dog? Talk to me. Oh, you really bet? You know what? Go ahead, do your thing, because that comes from the heart. That comes from a competitive mindset, from a person who knows I want to be the best. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, the thing is, Vegeta, you're world champion. Nice. And what? What did you win? COD Mobile? Nice. That COD Mobile shit go hard. Get that. That's what I'm talking about. Good shit. See, Vegeta is when Vegeta got introduced, but Vegeta's story arc was always to eventually break and be like, okay, and acknowledge that his shortcomings. Like, that was Vegeta's story arc anyway. Was the bottom line was that he had to acknowledge his shortcomings in order to become a better person. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong for people saying, when you realize that you're arrogant, there's nothing wrong for you admitting your arrogance. Just being truly realistic on that. Like, that's the thing. The thing is, you could be the best, and there can be someone that could be better than you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you will find someone that's better than you, and that was Goku's philosophy, instilled in Dragon Ball by Roshi. When Roshi beat him in the tournament, he literally said, "Yo, listen, don't ever settle for just because you just won or you're the best right now. There's someone out there that's gonna train to come for you or be better than you." And Vegeta's mindset was, "I obtained the power to be the best. I am the best. No one can touch me now." Short-sighted, and that was the thing. Vegeta had to start thinking, it is not about the short. It's about the progress. The short-sightedness of getting a massive power boost like Super Vegeta, oh yeah, it fucking helps. Oh yeah, it did wonders for Imperfect Cell, and he could have definitely ended the Cell Saga right there, but he chose not to because he said, I want the best fighter, and when I have the best fighter and I beat the best fighter, then no one can argue that I'm the best fighter. But motherfucker, you didn't understand that that final form that was coming for you, that perfect form, it was perfect. That is the best way to say it. It was perfect. By all means. A Super Saiyan 1.75. That's what it was. It was a bioengineered Super Saiyan 1.75, and no one could fucking touch him. No one but one kid named Gohan. Well, I mean, Goku too. And there's another catch. Another catch is, if Goku had eaten, believe it or not, this is something that was tossed out there, Goku could have beaten Cell if he had eaten another Senzu bean. A lot of people, even Goku admits it. He's like, I should have never gave him that second Senzu bean. He should have never gave Cell the Senzu bean. based off the shit that was happening, when Goku says that, he's like, I should have never gave him the Senzu Bean. If I would have never gave him the Senzu Bean and ate my Senzu Bean, I would have been strong enough to beat him. It was gonna be some shit. Like, it would have took a while, or, you know, I would have struggled, but I would have been able to beat him. But his idea was he wanted someone that would uncompromisingly beat Cell. And when I say uncompromisingly beat him, meaning like completely wash him. Like, you could be reborn and you still gonna get washed by this nigga. And that was the idea behind Gohan. It was that Goku was like, I got somebody here that's going to fight you, but let it be known that by the time this ends, he said by the time this ends, you're gonna realize that you was nowhere near close to being able to match up with the person that you was fighting. You don't no. The Goku didn't have a Senzu Bean at that time. Goku didn't have a Senzu Bean. Remember, Goku didn't need a Senzu Bean at the time. Krillin had the Senzu Beans. Cell snatched them. Cell reproduces the Cell Juniors. Where Cell Juniors are technically like, so Cell reproduces the Cell Juniors. The Cell Juniors go ahead and attack the mass crowd. Gohan gets upset, right? 16th head rolls, gets crushed, and Gohan goes Super Saiyan. But Goku never received the Senzu Bean until after Gohan went Super Saiyan 2. When Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, that's when he snatches the beans out of Cell's hand, gives them to Krillin after killing the first Cell Junior, and then does whatever he needs to do. So yeah. Everybody left. I appreciate it though. Thank you everyone who came through and showed the love here. Another homage day. We had quite a few people tune in though. That was great. Respect. But look, Goku said it himself. If he had taken a Senzu Bean, right? He would have struggled, but more than likely could have still came out on top. He said, yeah, I would have struggled, but I could have possibly came out on top. Possibly. Right? Because if he never gave Cell the Senzu Bean and he ate a Senzu Bean. That was Goku's words. If I would have never gave him a Senzu Bean and I would have ate my Senzu Bean, I probably would have had enough power to be able to beat him at that point. The Cell Juniors were not as strong. The Cell Juniors were not as strong as what's it called? The Cell Juniors are not as strong as Cell. The Cell Juniors don't have the same capability of what's the word? Of massive power-ups like Cell did. Because Cell's reserved, Cell Junior's powers are based off the concurrent Cell's max power level without powering up. It's stupid. It's stupid the way I'm explaining it, but that's the best way to explain it. It's essentially, it's his max power level without him being at full 100% max power. That's their power level. Like, Cell can fucking annihilate his own Cell Juniors in like one hit, basically. That's the difference in like the father and the son kind of power level. But they're powerful. They're just as powerful as him being in his max power without getting serious. So, yeah, that's how that plays out. And then Gohan just completely kills all of them in one hit and completely destroys cells in 2 hits. And imperative to say that that's the overpowering loss that Goku was trying to hit at, that he wanted Cell to feel, so on and so forth. But yeah. Anyway, it's 6:24. I stood here at the Dragon Pedestal. We had quite a few folks come out and show the love and support. I took a picture, obviously honoring the late Akira Toriyama here on the channel. Today's stream is shorter. I am going to try to have the rest of the evening to enjoy with the lady and try to kick back. But if I get back online later, we will be playing some Street Fighter if I decide to come back. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the best way. That's the best way to do things. I appreciate everyone that came through, including the folks that were in the lobby raising their hands, spirit level, and they came into the lobby. You know, the new Kantan. I didn't think that too many people were gonna be in there. But we had but we did. And what else can I say? I love you guys. Thank y'all for being here through these tough times. Of course, one of my favorite mangakas of all time, and one of the inspirations for not only my thumbnails but everything that I normally was doing here on the channels on both YouTube and Twitch. I really want to say this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. I appreciate, again, thank you, Akira Toriyama. And I appreciate your work. I appreciate everything that you've created, the legacy that you left behind. It'll be hard to understand and acknowledge that at the end of the day, whatever we get from Dragon Ball is not your original creation and your original view, but I think that in what we have and who you gave the steering wheel to move forward with Dragon Ball, I think things are in good hand. He understands the concept of what you wanted and the things that you wanted to do. So thank you. Appreciate you for everything. And we will never forget you. I think that that's the best way to end this stream, and be courteous. So thank you, love y'all, see you guys later. If you guys are here or if I come back, Nesco, you already know, we'll run the fade later here on the channel if I do come back. And for everybody else, have yourself a good Saturday. I'm going to go enjoy, hopefully try to enjoy mine. Love you, thank you, peace.